It's confirmed $10 billion more going out from Social Security each and every month. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I want to share with you the details of a new report that was released showing Social Security is now paying out $10 billion more per month for all the beneficiaries. However, there is a discrepancy that was also shown in this report saying that Social Security should now be paying out more like $20 billion more every single month for all the beneficiaries. Let's get into it and talk through all the details and what all of this extra money means for you as a beneficiary. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate. Not only that, because we are rapidly approaching 500,000 subscribers right here on the channel, and it would mean so much to me if you hit that subscribe button down below. Please also remember, I am here for you no matter what every single day. It is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continuously watch all this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of, as things are changing rapidly and it's a very confusing, busy, and uncertain time that we're currently living through. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and also remember, I'll be here for you right by your side every single day, no matter what. Let's get into it and talk about this new report and an extra $10 billion per month. It's a lot of money, right? Let's talk through the details. And again, I also want to focus on the discrepancy that is also laid out in this report here showing, wait, why should beneficiaries be getting $20 billion and why are they only getting $10 billion more? Good question. I also want to know the same thing. Where's the money? Show us the money, everybody. You know what I mean? So let's go through the details on this. All right, so here's what happened. At the beginning of this year, obviously, by the way, I'm recording this video in 2023, just in case you happen to be watching it in 2026 or something like that. You know what I mean? That's a long time from now. But my point is, so at the beginning of this year, obviously, Social Security beneficiaries got the cost of living adjustment, the 8.7% COLA, which, by the way, this is the biggest COLA that we've seen since 1981. So like 40 plus years ago was the last time that we saw a COLA this big. Not bad, right? That's pretty nice. However, as a result of this and the 8.7% COLA across all the beneficiaries, Social Security is now paying out, just as a result of the COLA, that's it, an extra $10 billion more every single month for all the beneficiaries across the board. It's a lot of extra money going out. Well, here's a couple different things, and a lot of people are really having a hard time with this, but I want to shake out the details about this. And by the way, I'm not talking about the beneficiaries necessarily, but a lot of the politicians and a lot of people following this stuff and a lot of reports I've been reading on this, they're kind of losing their minds about this. Here's what it comes down to. They're talking about Social Security insolvency as well in the most recent reports. Now, here's the thing. Since we turned over to 2023, obviously we're a bunch of months into the year so far, but as of right now, the people that are watching this are suggesting, but wait, Social Security is paying out $10 billion more per month, or over $120 billion more this year alone to beneficiaries just because of the COLA. And they're thinking, uh-oh, this is really messing up the insolvency issue with Social Security as well. And they're now suggesting insolvency in Social Security at, by 2032. So like 9 years from right now, right? Well, also I focused on that in separate dedicated videos just so that we can all know that. But if you wanted to see that in a dedicated video, I do have some here on the channel as well, where I'm dedicating all that information to that. But I wanted to focus that in because this is also something that they're talking about here in this report. But let me talk about the other details as well, because this is also very important to understand. Here's what they're suggesting. That based on the real inflation that happened last year and how benefits really should have been increased significantly more than what they actually were, the 8.7%, a lot of people out there are suggesting benefits and the benefit raise, as in the COLA from last year, should have been more than doubled. Should have been doubled what it was from last year. The 8.7% really should have been over 17%, which is 8.7% doubled. They're suggesting it should have been more like 17% to actually keep up the real cost of living, considering last year, 2022, was so incredibly high in inflation, where the vast majority of the year was well over 8%. And then again, this year, it is still very high inflation as of right now. So basically the inflation that we saw from the second half of 2021 all through the entire year of 2022 and so far in 2023, Social Security beneficiaries are way, way behind the curve on all of this because the COLA, it's always a very lagging indicator, right? It's always a lagging, indicator that comes out and basically they say, okay, inflation was this, let's raise benefits going forward. Well, again, it's accounting for, past inflation. Well, it doesn't really account for future inflation and all of that business. And then again, it doesn't really account for all the inflation that people necessarily dealt with throughout the course of the entire year, but rather just dealt with, and it just factors in the inflation during the third quarter, July, August, and September. So it doesn't really give us a clear picture on all the inflation throughout the course of the entire year. Well, some people suggest that the COLA from last year, or what I should say is from the inflation last year into this year, 2023, really should have been doubled. Over 17%. So as a result of that, this would have resulted in Social Security paying out about $20 billion more every single month. Now, people are, some of the people that are watching this and concerned about Social Security insolvency and things like that, if they're getting this concerned about $10 billion, I can't even imagine what they'd be saying if Social Security was paying out an extra $20 billion every single month to beneficiaries right now. That'd be a lot of extra money. That'd be $240 billion more, or about $250 billion more every single year. It's a lot of money. When we compare it that way, saying $250 billion, we're like, wow. Now we're talking about some serious money here, right? So regardless of how it comes out to it, at the end of the day, let's just think of it this way though, because we might be thinking, I'm feeling a little guilty, I'm getting a higher benefit, I shouldn't be. Oh no, don't feel that way at all. Here's the thing, if you're getting Social Security benefits, you've earned those benefits. Take every penny you can get, okay? Here's the thing. You've spent years and years and years, probably decades of your life, paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. You've paid in tons and tons of money through the program, through the payroll taxes, and now it is your time to start collecting those benefits. By all means, if you're getting benefits, take them now, because here's the thing. We don't know what the future is going to hold for Social Security, and we do know this much. If Congress does not act, there will be an insolvency issue, and benefits will be reduced by about 23% or so. So if you're on the fence right now feeling like, I'm getting this higher benefit, and it might be impacting the program, don't worry about it. Here's the thing. You've earned those benefits. You are due all of those benefits that are coming to you. Here's the thing. You probably want to take them now because we don't know what the future holds for this program. We don't know if it's going to be reduced in a significant way in about 9 years from right now when we're looking at insolvency. We don't know what they have up their sleeve for this program. We would assume and we would anticipate that Congress is going to come forward and do something to bring this program back up, make sure that it's going to be able to pay out all of the promised and guaranteed benefits for many more decades to come. We would assume that that's the case out of Congress, but we don't know that for sure. That is not a certain thing, and we are not guaranteed anything. We can hope, we can cross our fingers, but that's about it. We don't know for sure if Congress will actually come back and actually do something to this program. So therefore, there's nothing to worry about with this, okay? So the only thing we should be worried about is that benefits are not high enough, because here's the thing. How many people that are living on Social Security benefits right now or fixed income benefits are struggling? Let me ask you, are you struggling a little bit right now on fixed income benefits? I think that's the vast majority of people right now, because we continue to see it with all the reports out there, all the food insecurity, all the people that are using the vast majority of their checks on housing, whether it's a rent or a mortgage or whatever it happens to be, not having enough food on the table. The list goes on and on. And, like malnutrition. I mean, seriously, the list goes on and on. You can't believe how much stuff that I read on a regular basis every single day about how the low income and fixed income are having a tough time right now because money just simply is not there, because benefits are not high enough. The cost of living adjustments are not high enough. The incomes are not keeping up with the real cost of living. I mean, literally, the list just goes on and on all day long that I continuously find all this information. So again, kind of interesting that Social Security is still paying out this extra $10 billion every single month to beneficiaries, which is great, but when it really comes down to it, according to the reports here, they're suggesting that should really be doubled. More like $20 billion should be going out to beneficiaries every single month. just because of the COLA, not because of other things, not because of legislation out of Congress. Congress had nothing to do with this, by the way. This is not Congress. This is not the administration. This is nobody in particular other than the rules and the parameters within Social Security that justifies the cost of living adjustment every single year based on inflation over the third quarter of the previous year. So that's all it comes down to. So Congress, no, sorry, you don't get a pat on the back. Sorry, administration, you don't get a pat on the back either because it has nothing to do with them. This is not from the president. It's not from Congress. It is not from any individual lawmaker. It's from it's from Social Security and the parameters within the program as well. Now it's time for Congress and the administration to step up and maybe do something about the program to raise benefits and bring these benefits up to maybe, I don't know, a standard of living that people can actually live off of rather than just like a little existence to get people by month to month. And again, I see it down below in the comment section all the time here, where many people here in the community are reaching out saying, I have 13 cents left to get me through the rest of the month. I have $2.62. I have a whopping, $1.12 or whatever it happens to be. I see it all the time down below that many people are really struggling by right now. And this is the reality because of our best friend, inflation. Just kidding. It's not our best friend. Not even close. We don't like inflation at all. It's the worst thing. In some instances, it's kind of good. But for the most part, inflation is not a good thing, especially for the low income and fixed income. It's a really, really tough situation. Either way, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. I want to bring this to your attention because I like to find these reports here. And when I come across this, I'm literally reading reports all day, every single day. I'm reading all kinds of stuff on this. When I find reports like this, I find them to be very interesting, and I want to bring them to your attention so we can all see what is actually going on and how these programs really should be significantly higher. But are we all surprised at the end of the day that maybe fixed income benefits, didn't get the necessary raise we should have? Well, I don't know. Doesn't seem all that surprising to me, right? It seems like this stuff happens all the time. Anyway, I'm here for you as much as I can be. Again, just want to bring you the information, continuously advocate on your behalf. And again, I'm just here for you, bringing you all the details. And of course, I want to point out anything out there right now that you may be able to grab and or take advantage of. And again, I'm watching all this stuff very, very closely. There's a lot of things that are changing every single day. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a nice one, and take care. I'll catch you again later in the next video.